So it's Chris and Doug here talking about the new video series from Ɂክ탱크포토. So we have some very special cases. These are the video rig rollers, the 18 and the 24. And that 18 is the interior size, 24 is the interior size. That's going to be the length of the rig.
So probably the first question you have is, why are these rollers so huge and so deep? And so these rollers are similar to our other rollers in terms of features and benefits. So the first thing we want to concentrate is just answering that question for you as to why are these so deep.
Right.
So let's go through that.
Okay. Well, it's really a workflow problem for videographers, right? So you think of when they get to a location, when they get to a client, they need to then build up their video rig. You could have a shoulder mount, you have the camera, you have the rails, you have the matte box, the follow focus, the top handle, the monitor, the audio recorder. It just keeps building on itself. So it could take a half an hour to an hour to build up this entire rig. So what we've done is we've created a case where you can put this whole thing in here already assembled.
Right.
So it does have a tie-down strap, so you can see that it's locked in there. We do have these vertical stabilizers here, which are stabilizing it. We also have these little cushions here, which you can add on various locations.
Is it possible to pull that out?
We could.
Let's do that. Let's pull it out.
So I'm going to unclip the.
Sorry. Brief interlude.
We're going to unclip the tie-down strap, and then let's pull this thing out. So this is on a shoulder rig.
Okay. So the reason why I wanted Chris to pull this out was so you can see what this looks like.
Right.
And so if you're doing, professional video, you have to assemble this. The microphone, all these things come in different pieces. And in terms of workflow, it is possible to have this in a smaller case, but the problem is when you get on location, you have to assemble this. And for a lot of people, working in one area, they're traveling by a car or whatever, they don't want to have that hassle of the assembly.
Exactly.
And so they want the whole thing just as they need it when they pull it out.
Right.
And that's really what these cases are designed for. You put this whole thing on the inside, you get on location, and then you don't have to. You still, even with this setup, you're still going to have to do some adjustment, right?
Absolutely.
Because this is the monitor, and you got to flip the monitor up, right?
Right. You got to flip the monitor up. You still need to maybe attach audio, or you may have an external recorder. So this will fit the rig mostly assembled, maybe completely assembled. It really depends because there's such a range. You may not have this shoulder mount. Then this could fit in a smaller bag. You may not have the a long shotgun mic like this. So it really depends on what you're shooting and what your workflow is.
Right. And if you can see the interior here, there's not a lot of dividers inside of here.
Right. There's a lot of empty space.
Of course, the dividers that are in there are absolutely critical, for keeping it stable and not for wobbling and really keeping it in place. And in think tank style, we provide a ton of different, dividers for that purpose.
Right, and they're very. You can really modify and customize your kit because you may want that vertical stabilizer to come in here. You may want another little support on the matte box here, and so we provide some of these little bolster cushions that you can put wherever you want. So you get 6 of them within each of these rig rollers.
Right. So we have taken a lot of photographs with different types of rigs on the inside, so it's really important to study those photographs. And like our other products, the videographers are really going to have to experiment with the dividers.
There's going to be some creativity that they're going to do.
Right, because unlike DSLRs that are fairly uniform, when it comes to video, there's a ton of different form factors.
There's no standard.
Right. And there's no standard also in terms of, what accessories do they actually want to attach.
Exactly. You could have a matte box this size. This is actually a pretty small matte box. You could have a much larger matte box if you wanted. Maybe they're not using a matte box. Maybe they just have a lens hood. So it's really all over the gamut as far as how people are using these rigs.
Right. So this is really a new product category, which is it's a roller that'll allow your rig fully set up. So it's a great possibility in terms of sales.
Right.
And it's identifying a group of customers that have this need that currently are really not able to do this, right?
Yeah, I mean there are some some bags on the market by Porta Brace, but they're not widely known. Porta Brace doesn't advertise them a whole lot. So we've just gotten continuous feedback from videographers of, I need my kit fully assembled. I spent an hour setting this thing up, and I need more time, right? We were working with a group that would actually fully assemble it, and then someone would hand carry it in the passenger seat with the seat belt over it. You know, like, boy, I hope nothing happens. Right. So we're really providing a protection solution and a transportation solution.
Right, so this is a really protective case.
Right.
I mean, once you get the camera in there and the dividers, it's really, really protective. Right. So you could throw this into the back of your car or the back seat or your truck or whatever, and not worry about the camera being damaged.
Right, so there's ABS twin wall all completely surrounding this bag. So as you can see, it's really strong.
Right. And in terms of, it shares a lot of the common think tank features. It has, a tripod, cup mount on the side, stretchable pocket, depending if they want to put a tripod or light stands, or of course the video tripods are massive.
Right, but that fits no problem.
In size. The front pocket, there's a zippered front pocket. It is big enough to put things like, you can put a laptop in there if it has a neoprene sleeve. In this case, most likely they're going to have a separate briefcase, but they can put other accessories in there. And this side, we have the
zipper
locks. Okay, we have our standard wheel housings. There's another pocket on top, which is a larger pocket.
Documents and whatnot.
Right.
Why don't you show them the handle? We've completely re-engineered our retractable trolley handle. So there's channels going down each side, and so that actually makes it more stable, left to right, front to back, all of that. Right. We've re-engineered the bushings on the inside, so they're much tighter. Really, every piece of the handle we have taken apart, looked at, and re-engineered. So this is a big step up.
You'll also notice there's no longer the zippered top.
Right.
Which is the way that we did it before. So now the handle is located on the outside, which means it's easier to get to.
Easier to get to, and it's doesn't stick up or anything. It's completely enclosed in this plastic housing, so you're not going to get any damage to the handle.
Right. And we still have our security plate on here.
Absolutely, rails on the back, so if you are loading it in and out of a car.
So we have two different sizes, right? This is the big size.
This is the 24, and again, that's the interior size. So let's move this over a little bit. So for your customers, what you're going to tell them to do is, okay, measure the length of their rig, right? And that determines what size of bag you get. They can also determine the height, right? This depth right here is going to be the height of the camera, and that's also going to be very important.
Right. So the smaller size, let's put this one down. They're so big.
So here you'll get an idea of how many dividers we actually include in these bags. You get all sorts. You have the vertical stabilizers here. You have some, those little cushions, and you also have these lid hold-up straps so that you can work out of the bag while the lid is open and access these top pockets, which you may have cables or tools or other accessories that you may need and work out of.
Yeah. What you may want to do with these cases in particular is that once you receive your bags, take them to a company that shoots professional videos. Get together with them. Have them look at their rigs and have them go through the process of putting their stuff on the inside.
Right.
Because this is really not the type of product where, let's say, you could just put it into a store and expect it to self-sell. Right? It's going to need some explanation.
That's right. Yeah, and make sure to go to professional local production companies that are filming within the local area. Rental houses wouldn't be interested in something like this because they break all their gear down. You're going to get just the red or just the lens. But the production companies that are actually working every day, I got to shoot tomorrow, I got to shoot the next day, I got to shoot the day after that. They're going to want this fully assembled. Right.
Okay.
Well, that's the video rig roller from ανθ크탱크포토, part of our new series. Thanks for watching.